Wyan tied her hair in a ponytail standing in the girls' washroom of her campus. She let out a few strands, fall loose, and applied a little darker shade of lipstick. She was pissed off at her boyfriend and had a complete plan of pissing him off too. Who said annoying her this early in the morning was a good plan? Apparently, last night Jungkook promised to pick her up for the school. She got ready and waited a lot, but he never came, nor replied to her text. She ended up losing her bus and getting late as well. After like whole hour of her reaching the campus, he texted her that she was sleeping and didn't realize. He tried calling her a few times as well, but she was pissed. If he promised her, he should have taken the responsibility. Stepping out of the washroom, she put her phone in her pocket, planning to ignore him. She looked for her friends, and as she passed the hallways, she saw Jungkook's friends from the corner of her eye, and they instantly took out his phone, probably to tell him they found her. So, they were looking for her. Rolling her eyes, she took a sharp turn and went out to the soccer field and took a seat. Her mood was already too bad to focus on anything else. She watched the boys, and after she started getting bored, she stepped inside the field too, while they were having a break. They looked at her, and she put her foot on the ball, stopping it in front of them. Ryan, let me in. Matt, you gotta keep up then. Ryan, watch me. The game started. She was the only girl playing in between all those tall and muscular guys, yet she was pretty good at that one sport she is trained at. She made a few goals, and by the end of the game, they were all laughing and sweating. Matt, that was actually pretty good. Vine chuckled and laid down on the ground field in sweat. A few of the boys sat around catching up their breaths too. Jay, beat up Tony. Pretty good. He mocked. Tony, shut up. He cursed and threw the ball at Jay's face, who caught it and laughed. Ryan, next time I'll let you win. She winked at him and sat up. Matt, so you up for more games? Ryan, let's see if you invite me nice enough. Matt leaned forward, brushing a hand through his hair. Matt, and how would you like that? Ryan, figure it out, pretty boy. She shrugged and winked, but then she saw a hand gripping Matt's hair and pushing him away roughly, almost as if the hair might separate from the skull. Matt groaned and stood up to fight whoever it was. Vine widened her eyes when she found it was Jungkook. He grabbed Matt's collar before he could fight. Jungkook, how about you stay away from my girl? Jungkook glared, then pushed him away, grabbed Vine's arm and pulled her up. Before she could protest, he grabbed the nape of her neck and pulled her in for a strong kiss. She gasped, but he ate that up. He tugged on her ponytail and kissed her roughly. His hand gripped her, which told the whole world that he owned her. Wine gripped his shirt, and when he pulled away, she glared at him. Her lips were swollen, breath was rigid, and Jungkook smirked, tracing his thumb against her lower lip. Her eyes shifted from him to her surroundings. When she heard gossip, she saw a lot of people gathered around the field, and a few were taking the pictures too. Mayan, this is what you wanted. Jungkook, they'll know now who they are up against. He gripped her jaw and kissed her again, and she rolled her eyes. Wine, I'm still pissed at you. She pushed him and started walking away. Jungkook grabbed her bag and walked after her with one hand inside his pocket. Jungkook, and what will fix that? An ice cream date? A bike ride? Or maybe a whole new bike? Wine heard the girls gasp and gossip over how lucky she was or how jealous they were. She would have agreed to them another day, but not today. Jungkook, come on, darling, let me fix it. He rushed after her when they were at the distance from the people and held her wrist. He turned her around and she crossed her arms. Jungkook, hey, I'm sorry. I really felt so bad this morning. It was not on purpose, but I know it was wrong. I made you wait and let me spoil you for that. Please? He put his hands on her waist. His voice was soft and soothing. He was nice, really, really nice. But what even better was, only she knew this side of him. He wouldn't give two damns about someone else. But that wasn't going to fix her mood. Fine, whatever. I don't want to talk to you. She wiggled out of his grip and turned to leave again, but he backhooked her and placed a kiss on her neck. Ryan, I swear, if the professor sees us, I'll kill you for getting me in more trouble. Jungkook, that's why you need to fix your mood before he sees us. I'm not pulling back. You wanna try? Ryan, Jungkook, oh god, let me go. She tried to wiggle out of his grip, but he tightened his arms around her even more and kissed her cheeks. Jungkook, you know, I love you. Ryan, no. He chuckled and nuzzled his face in the crook of her neck. Jungkook, damn, you're so cute when you're angry. Makes me want to eat you up. Wine, that's cannibalism. He chuckled and his hand slid down. When Wine knew he was going to pick her up, she widened her eyes and panicked. Wine, okay, okay, Wine, I forgive you. God, you're so stubborn. Jungkook, learn quick. He winked and held her hands instead. Jungkook, so a bike ride? She nodded and he wrapped his arm around her waist and went out with her. Jungkook kissed her temple and she tried to bite back a smile. It was usually so hard to stay mad around him. He wouldn't sit until he makes her happy, and thinking about it only brings her butterflies. She was really lucky. He was popular around the campus. People didn't mess with him, which explains how Matt didn't pick up a fight with him, even after getting pushed around. He was powerful, strong, and loved, picking up and winning fights. He knew he was good at them, and that was so hot about him. Wine and ice cream too. I want burger too. I am hungry. Jungkook, everything you want. It's all yours. She made a proud face and he chuckled, loving it. He loved making his girl happy. The two then left for the bike ride and spent the day together.